you talked to Emilio recently, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we see him every week. So tell us a little bit about that. He's on So You Think You Could Dance right now. You were part of that show, and we've been talking to him backstage each week. How crazy is that to like watch a show and see him in the top 18 now?
No, it's so crazy, and I'm like extremely proud of him.
You have now seen Dietrich's butt.
Because usually he actually pulls it out, so I was worried that it may have been this case. So I get to talk to him every week. Emilio's been great. He's been a great sport, and honestly, he's so hardworking that I'm excited to see where this goes. I really think he has a bright future on that show, and just in general, he's just a genuinely good guy. I'm sure you could feel from him too when he's talking. Like, he's just a good guy, and I'm excited. He's repping the crew, and he's making all of us proud. So
yeah, and I think it's a cool opportunity because I know, like, on the show, people already knew about you, people already knew about Moon, and then people got to know Chachi, and then it was kind of like, it was probably hard to be like, Emilio, you're the youngest, you're the newest of the crew, so now it's kind of like his time to shine. I think that's always what your crew was about too, is having like an amazing roster of dancers and talent and doing great stuff together, but also being able to show that each of us are strong enough to do stuff separately too.
Yeah, that was exactly the point, and that's like from the very beginning what I always taught them, because I mean, crews are fantastic and they have fantastic runs, you know, but in the end, I always wanted to make sure that each one of them had a career on their own so that they didn't have to rely on anything, you know, that's just their talent alone. And I really feel like each of them, Yaya, Brandon, and Emilio, as well as the other three that already had a little exposure, they all have this thing about them that I see them pushing for, and I'm just happy to see it coming to fruition for a lot of them right now.
Yeah, you'll have to, I know Yaya was on a little bit, and then now Emilio's part of the top 18, so you're going to have to come by the show and say what's up and like root for him.
Yeah, I'm going to be there next week.
Oh, cool. We'll see you. You have to sneak back and say what's up to us.
Yeah, I will, for sure.
What's the coolest place you've traveled to lately? What's like a place that you taught and just like the dancers were hungry and the city was beautiful? Like, was there a certain place?
Okay, so beautiful. I went to Switzerland a couple weeks ago. And I had no idea because, like, usually Rio and Brazil and stuff, those were, like, the places I was like, okay, these island locations and stuff, these were always the most beautiful. But Switzerland was absolutely gorgeous. And I actually got to go water skiing for the first time when I was there. I only had, like, an hour in between classes, so I ran, water skied twice, fell in the water, and then came back to class. But no, it was great. And, yeah, same with the students were really, really hungry, and I feel like they have just in general, when I travel, I mean, you get a certain passion that, I mean, you just can't get anywhere else because it is like imported culture for them. You know, they know that it's not something that they can get everywhere. You know, this is something that, which is nice that Hip Hop International also does that. It brings people from all the cultures and brings them to one place so they can share the art. And that's the feeling I kind of get every time I travel. So no matter, I guess, how much work I get here, I like to take at least, you know, once every couple months break to travel overseas and remind myself, you know, why I dance and why I love it so much.
And then lastly, we were just talking about it, and not going to be able to focus.
Try though. The sad part is no one has any idea why we're laughing.
Why don't you tell me because I...
Oh, okay, yeah. So Dietrich is twerking, but without pants. And I wish I was joking.
He was just talking about, he's like, Dietrich is going to pull the butt out.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're friends like that, so.
You're used to it.
That's
friends? What was all that 1 in a million talk?
Lastly, when can we expect any more concept videos? I know it's been hard probably because traveling and stuff.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's a lot. I mean, you know, I've actually choreographed a ton of them. I think it was more or less getting things together. There's one I want to do with Bam really soon, and then there's also another solo one, kind of like Red Eye or one of those like solo trick videos. So I have a lot choreographed. I think it's more or less just finding, you know, 2 or 3 days where I could get someone to film it and things like that. I think once I find that week where I'm free, I'm probably going to knock out a couple. So hopefully in the next month or so, you'll see a couple drop. Because I know that there's been like a gap, and that's mostly just because the schedule's been ridiculous. So, but yeah, I definitely think in the next few months you'll see quite a few. So
tell them where they can go check them out at.
You could check them out at youtube.com/Pacman.
I'm glad you got like a cool name and didn't have to like make it way before like a long time ago where you were like Phillip 6'9" cat lover.
Oh yeah. No, I got super. I honestly joined YouTube almost the year it started to get popular, so I got super lucky with that.